12,085,389. That's the number of reported COVID cases in the US alone, as of writing the script Saturday night. 255,823. That's the number of deaths in the US. For a year, these numbers have been doing nothing but getting bigger and bigger. These two numbers should absolutely strike fear and concern into everyone. The CDC and the WHO, just about anybody you ask, has told you to wear a mask, sanitize, social distance, and stay away from any unnecessary people or places. Pretty much every country has followed these guidelines, and a lot have done a very good job at reducing the spread of the virus. Well, all except the US, which we sadly live in. The US has the most cases out of any country, and by a large margin. But why? It's the lack of conformity and the consistency of pushing guidelines. The CDC recommends that all individuals, regardless if you've had COVID or not, to continue practicing the guidelines, i.e. wearing a mask, social distancing, hand sanitizing, and staying away from people. Even though the US is practicing all of these, the cases are still skyrocketing. It comes down to the small cases where people don't wear a mask when they come into a store, other small things that add up. But it's mostly because a lot of people do not like to follow these basic guidelines that they deem too limiting. These are especially common in small businesses or areas like my favorite place to work, True Keys. The amount of people that come into the store without a mask every day is quite alarming, and there's no procedures to remove them, and there's no limit to how many people can be in the store at once. The only sanitizing places we have for customers are alcohol wipes at the front door. It's businesses and people who refuse to conform and comply that keep the number of cases on the rise. This then raises the question, how do we stay safe, especially with the holidays coming up? The simple answer is and always has been common sense. Follow CDC guidelines and do your part. As for the holidays, only meet with frequently seen family. Let's take a look and see what Governor Charlie Baker has urged all of Massachusetts residents to do. He urges people to gather with only household family if possible to reduce transmission. It's not ideal, but hey, what is in 2020? So in conclusion, follow the guidelines. Wash your hands, wear a mask, social distance, all that stuff you've been getting told for the past 6 months. Stay safe, everyone. This has been yours truly, covering another very dark segment, as I always do. Enjoy the rest of the Thanksgiving special. Hope it won't be as dark and depressing as my segment. It's only if my team loses on Code Blue Feud. So back to you in the studio.